Hi, this is Gayle Nielsen, and I'm here today because I've got a couple of clients that have been dealing with thoughts running through their mind. And I know that this is something that commonly we typically all have. We have thoughts that start to go around and round, and it's almost like there's a hamster wheel in your head, and there's this little hamster going around and around and around, and the same ruminating thoughts are occurring. And it can be very difficult to stop those thoughts if you don't have a tool to do that. So today I'm just going to show you, this is going to be a short video where you can tap along with me using something called emotional freedom technique. And I want you to just tap along with me, say what I say, tap what I tap on, and follow along and see if this doesn't really relieve those ruminating thoughts or those obsessive thoughts that you have sometimes. So commonly people forget about where the points are to tap on. That's not really crucial. There are so many different variations of tapping out there that you can actually find one or two points that work very well for you for this particular issue. And if those are the ones that work for you, then just use those 2 points. There's no reason to use all of the points. But I'm going to show you all of those points now, just in case you want to use all of them to start with, and then see where it goes from there. So we want to get really specific first about what is the issue that we're dealing with. So as I said, we're going to focus on ruminating thoughts today, thoughts that just go around in our head, and we just want to stop those thoughts. So this is what I want you to do. I want you, first of all, to really specifically put a label on what those thoughts are that are going around in your head. If it's about a particular memory, if it is about a person whose name you know, go ahead and use that name when you're setting up your phrase at the beginning of the tapping session. So I'm going to just hypothetically use something now where I'm going to use the term Rex. I'm going to say, maybe I have a memory running around in my head about something Rex did or said years ago. Now, Rex is totally hypothetical. If you know anybody named Rex, that's not who I'm talking about. All right, so while I'm saying this setup phrase, I am going to tap on this karate chop point on my hand, okay? So next, before I start to tap, I want to give it a number, 0 to 10. How intense are these thoughts running around in my head about Rex and this memory? I'm going to say, let's say they're 9, okay? It's going around and around, it's bothering me, I might be getting emotional about it, I might just really be uncomfortable, I might have anxiety. So I'm going to say 9, let's just give it a 9. So be real specific. Here we go, these 2 fingers, karate chop point on the hand. Even though I have these thoughts running around in my head about Rex, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have these thoughts that I just can't stop about Rex, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have these ruminating thoughts that are going around and around in my head, I deeply love and accept myself. Okay. I use the setup phrase, I said it 3 times with meaning, and now I'm going to use those same 2 fingers, and I'm just going to tap these different points. The first one is right where the eyebrow begins, okay? These thoughts I'm having. And just tap about 5 to 7 times on each point, hard enough so you can feel it, but not so hard that you're going to bruise yourself, okay? Point number 2, right here in the corner of the eye, right where one finger will touch the bony part. These ruminating thoughts. Here on the bony part underneath the eye, these ruminating thoughts. Here under the nose, these ruminating thoughts I have. Here in that little dent between your bottom lip and your chin, these ruminating thoughts I have. And right here, right a little bit above the collarbone, these ruminating thoughts. And about 4 inches down from your armpit, right about here, these ruminating thoughts I have. And the crown of the head, right here at the top, these ruminating thoughts I have. Okay, that's 1 round of tapping. Now, I want you to, it was a 9 when we started. I want you to evaluate now. Where are you at? Let's say hypothetically, it went down to a 4. Okay, that would be pretty typical. If it hasn't gone down a few points, then you might want to make sure you're hydrated, because that can sometimes halt the process or slow it down. And you want to make sure that you're in a place in your house where the energy is good. All right, maybe where there's not a lot of EMFs, maybe not right next to a Wi-Fi router, that kind of thing. All right, so if it's not down to a 0 right now, all you need to do, you don't need to go all the way back to here. All you need to do is go back to the first point, the eyebrow point. Now, I didn't talk about this earlier, but you can either use your left or your right hand. You can tap either on the right side of your body or the left side. It doesn't matter. If you're very upset or you have a very intense emotional charge, you can use both hands and you can tap on both sides of the face for the parts where there is 2 sides, okay? So if we want to go through this again, start where the eyebrow is. These ruminating thoughts I still have. These ruminating thoughts I still have. Now, if you're feeling an emotion instead of the thoughts, use that. This anger I feel over these thoughts. This angry feeling that keeps going through my head. This angry feeling in my head, or whatever it is you're experiencing. The collarbone point. This anger I feel right now. This anger, these ruminating thoughts in my head. And you can also choose to say, I let them go now. I let them go now. I choose to love and accept myself. All right, that's another round of tapping. Now you want to evaluate again. What do you feel? How are those thoughts acting? Has that hamster wheel slowed down or stopped? If not, become aware of what else might be going on with you. Do you have another emotion? Do you have another thought that you're thinking right now that doesn't feel good, that's uncomfortable, or a strong emotion? It can be anger, sadness, grief, jealousy. It doesn't matter what it is. If it doesn't feel good, give it a label, very specific, give it a number, go through the setup 3 times, even though I feel this deep anger or resentment. I deeply love and accept myself. 3 times, then go through the tapping. This anger or resentment. Fill in the blank, whatever the issue is. Just continue going through the points. And if you lose the words, that's okay. You can say, I let it go now. I let it go. And really powerful, these 4 fingers here, tips of the 4 fingers on the crown of the head, the anxiety point. Just tap there and say, let it go. I let it go now. I let it go. I let it go. And that's it. Simple. Just tap until you feel good. Now, this could be a fast process. Sometimes it comes down to 0 just like that. Sometimes, if the issue's been with you a long time, or if it's very complex and has a lot of layers, it may take you some time to work your way through it. But I want to say, don't give up. What's your alternative? You don't want to go back to feeling bad. You want to feel good. So stick with it. It may take you a half hour, 45 minutes. But if it does, then you clear all these layers out, all these things out, you're going to feel super fantastic. So want to get this out to you. This is Gayle Nielsen, and just a short video on emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping. I hope you enjoy it, and don't hesitate to contact me if you have questions or if you'd like to have some personal work done one-on-one with me. All right? Peace out.